magkakaroon ng masamang epekto yung Dengvaxia.
But I am very, very, very sorry.
Time to know the news of the week. I'm Ria Fernandez. This is the MB Rundown. Acquitted. The Sandiganbayan 1st Division has cleared former Senator Bong Revilla of plunder in relation to pork barrel scam this Friday. The anti-graft court ruled via majority vote that Revilla is not guilty of receiving over 200 million pesos worth of kickbacks from government funds. However, Revilla's staff Richard Cambe and Janet Lim Napoles were found guilty. Revilla spent over 4 years in jail after surrendering in 2014. Meanwhile, former Senators Juan Ponce Enrile and Jinggoy Estrada, whose the same charges are still pending in court, are both out on bail. The minimum jeepney fare is now back to 9 pesos as the LTFRB ordered a fare rollback in regions 3, 4, and NCR. This after fuel prices in the world market has declined in the past 2 months. LTFRB Chairman Martin Delgra said the resolution will be out on Monday. Meanwhile, President Rodrigo Duterte approved on Tuesday the second tranche of fuel excise tax in line with the train law, which will take effect January 2019. Once imposed, excise tax on fuel products will increase again by 2 pesos per liter next year. The UP men's basketball team failed to achieve their first championship after a historic UAAP finals comeback in 32 years. This after the Ateneo Blue Eagles made a back-to-back win Wednesday and earned the university's 10th overall UAAP championship in men's basketball. The battle concluded in Game 2 with a final score of 99-81. But despite the Maroons' defeat, the UP men's track and field team bagged the championship title in the athletics tournament after a 36-year drought. Former U.S. President George H.W. Bush has died on Friday night, U.S. time, at his home in Houston, Texas. He was 94. The U.S. 44th president was known as the patriarch of one of America's most successful political dynasties. In his later years, he suffered several health scares, including Parkinson's disease, which left him unable to walk. Past U.S. Presidents Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, and incumbent American leader Donald Trump, with their spouses, mourned his death and paid tribute to him. Last April, the former president's wife, Barbara Bush, succumbed to death. In a bid to prevent HIV transmission, a Chinese geneticist altered the DNA of twin babies for a supposed research breakthrough. But the scientific community denounced such innovation because of its ethical and safety issues. Hannah Tabios tells us more.
Unethical and irresponsible. These were the comments of He Jianhu's colleagues in his innovation to prevent HIV/AIDS. He pioneered gene-alteration of embryos of 7 couples in China during their fertility treatments in a bid to halt the transmission of the virus. Fathers who tested positive for HIV and mothers who were cleared of the virus were taken as research sample. In fact, one couple had already given birth to twins Nana and Lulu, dubbed as the first genetically edited babies. But instead of gaining positive attention, the breakthrough sparked debate and international outcry among the scientific community. Scientists questioned his research transparency and even called his work monstrous, as it poses threat to future generations. Though his announcement remained unverified, the Chinese government has already ordered to temporarily halt research activities related to editing human genes due to its ethical and safety issues, among others. The World Health Organization is also assembling a panel to study the implications of gene editing and seek for the research clear guidelines and steps. This is Hannah Tabios for the MB Rundown.
Meanwhile, these are the other top news of the week.
The country's biggest universities have lit up their giant Christmas trees in time for the holiday season. UPLB has lit its 80-feet giant Christmas tree end of November along with its Christmas village, which features a 19th century model train. While UST and BLSU Manila kicked off their annual Christmas celebration last Tuesday. Rappler CEO Maria Ressa evaded arrest on Monday after posting 60,000 peso bail at Pasig City RTC amid the company's alleged tax violations. The case is just one of the 5 charges filed by the Justice Department against Rappler Holdings Corporation before the Court of Tax Appeals. Ressa decried that allegations are politically motivated and was a form of legal harassment to silence independent journalism. Eastern Mindanao Command Chief Lieutenant General Benjamin Madrigal will be the next AFP chief. Madrigal will replace outgoing AFP Chief General Carlito Galvez Jr. on December 12. Meanwhile, President Duterte intends to appoint Galvez as the new peace secretary after Jesus Dureza resigned.
Let's take a quick recap of the EBRI rundown for today, December 7. The anti-graft court has acquitted former Senator Bong Revilla of plunder in relation to pork barrel scam. LTFRB orders jeepney fare rollback amid the decline in fuel prices in the world market. UP men's basketball team fails to snatch the championship title as Ateneo Cagers secure back-to-back win in UAAP finals. Former U.S. President George H.W. Bush dies at the age of 94. And scientific community opposes a Chinese geneticist gene-alteration innovation to prevent HIV/AIDS. And that's the MB Rundown. I'm Ria Fernandez.